Okay, so this is officially the first episode of well, I'm going to be honest, I'm just continuing the world that I've been playing in and a lot of the shorts and gameplay videos I have in the background. That being said, I think that there's a lot of cool stuff in here worth showing to people. I mean, for example, we got the nice little salt caves that I'm in, underwater, cool stuff. There's also sorts of weird funky fish, and as you saw, there's particle effects and stuff like that. No shaders though, because I am not a fan. Like there's lobster. I can also see a lot of the different stuff, what specifically things are from, which is pretty helpful, I must say. And then if you've also looked at the shorts, then there is a button that allows me to like instantly mine stuff. It's the weird little squiggly line. I don't know how it works, but I do know that I can mine a lot of stuff in exchange for sacrificing pickaxe durability. And yeah, the salmon are kind of weird. It just goes for vanilla fish in general. I think they got replaced. Well, it says fantastic, so that's mod that's causing it. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool, I must say. And sometimes, for some reason, it gives me two salmon. I think it's because they're bigger or something like that. But yeah, basically, what I had in mind for this is to build something cool, like a little. It's hard to explain, but like a cave sort of base. I know, very creative on my part since that's what I do like normally. But I think that I'm gonna do it anyways because I don't care. I like caves, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I don't really have a structure for this yet, but this is episode 1 now. What I am gonna call it, I'll find out in post-production. Or I could just brainstorm it right now because, you know, I don't really care. So, either way, we need to start out by expanding this platform. What I could do is end up making a little underwater portion of it. Although I do need some food other than just the fish that I can get down there. Wonder how exactly I'm going to go about doing that. Maybe I could set up a farm or something like that, but I don't know what crops I could get. I do know that there's a bunch of crops that I can get from caves. That being said, I don't know where those exactly are. Speaking of that, as you saw, I do have the Create mod installed. So I do plan on making a lot of machines because I like making machines. As I mentioned before, I'm a robotics engineer, so... Well, not yet. Obviously not yet. I'm going to college, but... Yeah, speaking in that... Sick spin. Speaking in that regard, yeah. I had a personal little story of mine. I had pneumonia, like, during my last semester of college, and it was kind of rough, and my financial aid might get taken away, despite the fact that I completed all my classes, passed them all, did all that stuff, but yeah, it's been rough, but either way, I am getting an appeal for that. And if that doesn't work, then I'll just stick to YouTube. But, nah, it's just a joke for now. Because, after all, I do not get paid for doing this yet, but that doesn't mean I'm not deterred. Anyways, moving on from that. What the hell is that? Oh, it's just fish. Looked weird. Because there are a lot of weird, funky little critters that I installed because I like creatures, and I like creature mods. And there also are a lot of food mods. I hear a lot of people say that, like, they find it redundant, or not redundant, but fuck. A lot of people say that it's, like, not... Okay, I'm gonna go check that out, but what in the hell is going on here? That is not normal. Now, my mod pack that I have here, it's got a lot of bugs. It's gotten a lot better since, I would say olden days, but what the hell is this? It's like I'm finding the Farlands or something. Yeah, my mod pack has bugs and stuff like that, but none that I have seen like this. What the hell? So, basically, Oh, what? I've never had anything like this happen before. This is odd. Just like a wall. Like, I did try to add distance horizons onto this mod pack, but it does not play well with other stuff. Oh yeah, also, by the way, I know some people consider free cam cheating, but allows me to do stuff like this, because I don't have a means of looking at it at a different angle, so this is my only way of doing that. And I don't know, I don't really consider it cheating, but god damn, what the hell happened here? It's like, Jesus, that's weird. But yeah, man, that was a really long tangent I just went on. I also do got a mod that I don't really know how it works, but I can make dinosaurs. I had multiple of those, but apparently one was causing problems, so I had to remove that one, unfortunately. Now, this mod pack, I will admit, it is temporary, because the mod that I'm waiting for is called Ice and Fire 2. I have mentioned it before, I think. But yeah, that's the mod I'm waiting for, because it's got dragons. So the sequel to the original Ice and Fire, which I hated, but hopefully this next one is gonna be better, and it's gonna be more balanced and stuff like that, and it's not gonna suck. But yeah, as you can probably tell, this video is heavily unscripted, and right now I don't even fully know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to get food somehow, some way. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. I like to get a lot of food mods and stuff like that, like the Farmer's Delight add-ons and stuff like that. Not even necessarily because all of that's cool. I mean, I think it's cool personally, but also just because it makes finding food a lot easier and more interesting. Like, yeah, you could just do all the basic stuff, but like, if I'm down in a cave and I find like a cave carrot growing down there, why not? Speaking of which, I think I just found food. Yep. Alright. Can I just... Nope. Oh, alright. Alright, okay, I'm gonna drown. Okay, there we go. We are safe. Now, I do believe that I can make these into food. How do... Shell fried? No. So, I'm not exactly sure how to make these into food. I know that I don't kill them. Also, it's kind of weird having items that are creatures. There are multiple creature items which are weird. There's a stick bug type thing, which is pretty fun. It's just seeing a random stick turn into a bug. And you can actually use it as a normal stick, which is alarming. You have a living creature as your handle. Like, okay, it's actually... Oh, God. Looks like... Oh my god, why is there so many? The hooligans invading my weird little hut. It's not even a hut, it's a cave. What am I doing? Okay. Clam. What can I do with a clam? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, these are the wrong clams. Wait, they're not the wrong clams. Okay, that's simple. That's simple. I can do that. 1, 2. Ooh, boots. Stone boots. I already have iron boots. Another thing about this mod pack is that for some reason, one of the mods that adds weird sort of enemies allows for the crafting of like stone and wood armor sets, which I don't really get, but it's kind of cool or funky, sort of. That being said, iron is still better, since it doesn't slow me down or anything like that. So that's good. That being said, the next priority should be lighting, because I do not like all those creatures being on my property. Now, that might sound a bit hypocritical coming from a son of an immigrant. Wait, no. Yeah, I am the son of an immigrant. That being said, I failed my task as an anchor baby, so sorry about that, mother. We're all good now. It's all squared away now, just to be clear. So, like, we're not illegal or anything like that. What the fuck? Did you, is that what happened to the skeleton that fell in the water? That's cool. I'd be lying if I said that wasn't cool. Because that is. Alright. So, now we got clams, cooked clam. Man, I should have seen if I could have done anything with that. But, yeah, I failed my task as an anchor baby. But it all worked out in the end. I am now a legal citizen. Technically, I was always a legal citizen. So, my mother just kind of took me. So, for a while, I was, how do I put it? I was, and I'm still not a Mexican citizen, by the way. So, whenever I was in Mexico, I was like a tourist, essentially. It was a baby tourism, which is, interesting, to say the least. But yeah, that's my tale, my short and not very descriptive tale of my time being a... What? I'm not sure if you guys saw that. But I sure did. That was weird. Now, one thing I do gotta say is that I do like playing with people, because it can get kind of lonely on here, but it does feel like I am actually talking to someone, so that helps. That being said, I am not afraid to start a Minecraft server, kinda. What in the hell was that? Is that? Oh, I'm not hallucinating, it's an anglerfish. Now, on behalf of a YouTuber I watch, I gotta kill this thing. If you know, you know. Now, the question is... Of course I can cook it, what am I talking about? Wait a second, did I not put this to cook? There we go. Maybe I should just not make a farm and instead just worry about catching fish. Although I don't have a fishing rod. I do have 2 perfectly good bows now. Could do some bow fishing. What is this? Dead sea urchin. Dead sea urchin. I don't know why, but I thought of the Dead Sea instead of the dead sea urchin. Bone meal. Interesting. That is certainly interesting. Why can I do that? Why can I make marshmallows or marshmallows out of bone meal and sugar? I should find sugarcane for a totally unrelated reason. It's not because I want to eat bone marshmallows. Nope. I'm gonna go find sugarcane. Oh, look, it's cod. For some reason, when I killed one of these in a short, it gave me bone meal. And that can be used as a meal. I would want to use that as a meal. I wonder. Nope. Gotta hit it. No right click. It's not alive. Makes sense? Now, where would I find sugarcane? And why is that bugging out? I don't know. Take a look-see at the map here. Probably on the other fucking side of this continent. I'm not sure if I want to make it up all the way up there, because if you... that's actually not that tall. Some of these mountains and cliffs and stuff like that can get really damn big in this mod pack. I personally like that, although I know it can be a pain for other people. That being said... I like it, so I keep it. I play the mod pack that I make the mod pack that I want to play, so I will do what I want. As I will continue to do what I want. Because, at the end of the day, it's my YouTube channel, my videos, and if people like them, then people like them. If they don't, then that's their problem. But if you do, then thank you for still watching the... Oh, God, how do I do... Thank you for still watching, and... this is only the beginning. Man, I made it sound like it's the end or something like that. It's not the end quite yet. I'm still playing the Minecraft. Now, pretty. Now, I have a lot of, I actually don't have a lot of video ideas, but I do have a lot of experiences that I could talk about, and I know that's popular, sorta, and most of my people that I know I suggested doing more relatable stuff, and I guess I could try to do that, but at the end of the day, I'm not really a relatable guy. if I'm being completely honest. Because, to be quite honest, I never had, like, sort of experiences like the rest of people. Um, Growing up, I was kind of a loner and never really talked to people because what would happen is that I would butt into people's business as a kid, and then when they naturally like got angry that like I was being what's the word? I was sticking my nose where it shouldn't be. They got angry at me, so I kind of took that the wrong way and decided not to be social anymore. And that kind of did a number on my social skills. But luckily, I've been getting them back slowly but surely. Surprisingly, it's not been all that hard. I just talk to people now. And, whoa. Man, I really wish I had distant horizons now. And it's, but yeah. As you can tell, I'm being a little bit more social with people now, since, a younger me would have never even considered making a YouTube channel. I know that most kids, in my age range grew up wanting to be a YouTuber. They still do now, but, now, me, little old me, shy, quiet, nosy me, that's the word, nosy me, decided that he'd become a YouTuber. Why? Because, I don't know, thought it's cool. Because at the end of the day, I kind of want to be my own boss in terms of everything I do, because I hate authority, as you might have already guessed. Because, yeah, honestly, I think all that politics sucks. I might make a dedicated video about that, but I'll explain some of the more brief details about why I hate politics and stuff like that. I know that I did mention in my first video that I was going to talk about politics, but when I say that, I was kind of misleading. When I say that I'm going to talk about politics, I'm going to talk about mine. That being said, I have had a lot of opinions, and that being said, a lot of my opinions have, I personally just believe they're downright correct, because I haven't found a person that has been able to argue me. But basically, I think that most of the political stuff is dumb, because it's, what people fail to understand is that it's not left versus right or anything like that. It's up versus down. And I think people are starting to get a grip of that now, slightly more. But seeing people on either sides of the radical extremes is just kind of like, man, what are we doing, bro? It's like, and then what's worse is that we got very powerful leeches attaching themselves to groups of people and saying, oh yeah, like, we're with you, like, stand with us, blah blah blah. I need to eat. I'm starving. Oh god, I don't have any food, but I have tons of iron. Can I eat iron? I know I have some sort of mineral mod that lets me eat stuff. Heart of iron hamburger. I do not have a heart of iron. That's unfortunate. Man, I wanted it. Okay, no. I still have... On second hand, it looks like I might not be able to eat iron. That sucks. But, as I was saying, these powerful people attach themselves to political causes, and it's just like, what are we doing, man? Why listen to these people that aren't your neighbors? Like, as I mentioned before, I'm a Catholic and stuff like that, and my beliefs is that we gotta love thy neighbor. But the thing about it is that a lot of these people, they make damn sure that they are not your neighbor. And even then, in cases where they are, you kind of wish that they weren't. Like, the main two people that I'm thinking of when I think of these, like, political leeches, besides normal politics, is, like, political streamers. Like, say, a Asmongold or Hassan Piker. Like, those two, the friggin' Roach King and Dog Zeus. Because one's zapped their dog, and the other one is, like, a walking biohazard. And it's like, both of these people are multimillionaires telling you, the normal person, how to live your life, or telling you what the world should be. Meanwhile, it's just like, why listen to these two bozos? They don't live the life that we live. They don't have to deal with the stuff that we do. So hearing one fuck like say that we need to, oh, that's that's adorable. I like this. I like this little critter. So hearing one of those two people just like say that, oh yeah, we need to gun down the immigrants like that are coming into the country, and blah blah blah, because of the Spanish crisis that was going on. Food, 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 food. God damn it! I fucking hate that. That's not creepy at all. Anyways, as I was saying, both of these people are just like attaching themselves, and it's like, how detached do you gotta be to say that you gotta kill people in order to defend a stupid fucking border? And then, on the other hand, you got the other side saying that, oh yeah, we should abolish prisons. Like, what sort of idealistic bullshit is that? I just gotta say that people on both sides just kind of piss me off, because it's like one side likes to keep things the same as conservatives, and the other side, they don't realize it, but they also want to keep things the same. They just, instead of liking the current system that we have, they're stuck wanting a sort of what's it called, garbage written by some old guy a while back. Cool. Night vision. And it's like, man, communism and socialism, those are kind of like dumb and outdated. And I know that might sound like not like a sound take, but I gotta say, like, those two like breed stagnation. And my reasoning for why I don't think that either of those two are correct, oh, capitalism isn't correct either, is because, like, one of them, capitalism, embraces like screwing everyone and everything over for a short-term gain, and yeah, sure, there's more creativity, but after a while, in late-stage capitalism, what in the hell? Can I like clean you or something like that? No. Wait. Shears? Do I have shears? Oh god, how do I? Oh wait, nah, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Sorry, man. Can't help you. But as I was saying, it's like one side is stuck with a fundamentally flawed way of viewing the world, conservatism, where they want to keep things the same. They don't want to rock the boat. They just want to sit idly by and do nothing to change the inherently flawed system, where, you know, there's a bunch of corruption, poverty, like hunger going on throughout everywhere. And man, I was looking for sugar canes and there ain't shit. And the other side, they want to bring about a new system that's just them. They want to make their system happen. They don't want to really look at any new ideas. They want what they want and what they think is good without considering any other possibility. And yeah, I know that might sound hypocritical coming from a guy that says that, oh yeah, my way is objectively the best. But then again, I haven't heard a better way. And if there is a better way, then I'm glad to hear it, because I will explain more about mine, but the gist of it is a form of capitalism that is free of all of the negative aspects of it. Sort of like socialism, where the economy runs through the government, but not really. It's basically, I just want to spread creativity. That's my thing, because like, I don't really give a shit about like class and stuff like that. That being said, I do think that people that are willingly ignorant should not be. Oh wow, that's pretty. Should not be in a position to like judge our lives. Like, let's be real here. Do we really think that the people that score like a 60 on an IQ test, that are not like mentally ill or not mentally unwell, the same type of people that go around like preaching about, oh yeah, the white race is being destroyed, blah blah blah, do you think those people should be allowed to vote without, like, you know, getting educated? No. Same goes for people that believe in like astrology, aka birthday racism. But yeah, it's just like there's so much. You motherfucker! You just stole my crap. Get. Give me a second. Oh, come on, please. Oh, fuck. The bouncers arrived. Okay. Man, I was talking a lot of something, but, yeah. Basically, I'll make a full video about this later, or maybe. But, yeah, my whole shtick is creativity first. Because, at the end of the day, yeah, sure, it might be all roses and dandelions if we were all to live in a classless society where we all like contribute or communist or whatever. But that doesn't really inspire any creativity or need to advance or anything like that. If we're all equal all the time, that means that one hard worker will just do his thing while the other one... Your friend stole my shit. You stole my shit too. Oh my god, I got so angry that I got dizzy. But basically, it's like, why do all these things? Why work hard if you're not gonna get anything for it, you know? And that's the fundamental problem with like socialism and capitalism. I mean, not capitalism, communism. It's like, you're not incentivized to work hard. You're not incentivized to push ahead of your peers. So it's like, you got one where if you push ahead of everyone, you can essentially foster a community of your own children and people around you that are just that either mooch off of you, be that your friends or your family, and it's like they didn't work hard to get where you are, so now they get to act all high and mighty for something that they didn't do, like Nepo babies. See Hassan Piker. Anyways, it's like, yeah, that's not good. I don't like that. You should be able to, like, should I? I don't have enough inventory space. You should be able to live comfortably, but you also shouldn't be able to, like, just give your children literally everything, you know? I get wanting to keep your, you know, family safe and secured. Oh god, oh god. No. Are you the friendly one? You're not the friendly one. You are not the friendly one. I think I'm gonna stay there for the night. Yep, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Load. You motherfucker. I only have 2 carrots. Yo, sugarcane! The thing that I finally found. You. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! What do I do? What do I do? Okay, eat the tea leaves. Get the sugarcane. Oh god! There's babies eating my toes! Okay, so, I was yapping about... Ooh. Okay, I was... Golden apple. Oh god! I was yapping about politics or something. But yeah, people should be incentivized to create and be creative people. It might just be my inner engineer talking. But that's what I wholeheartedly believe. I believe that people should strive to be creative and make their own, like, inventions and stuff like that, better the world in one way, shape, or form, and that's a quality that capitalism, no doubt, like, helps with. I know that in an ideal world, people would, like, do all those things just because they want to, but unfortunately that's often not how it works, and people want to, you know, be successful. So what's the best way to encourage that people work hard and give them an incentive to work? Should I take... Nah, I don't need those. Give them an incentive to actually... Ooh. We replaced the bow for a fishing road. But yeah, we just gotta give people a reason to, you know, be better, because at the end of the day, there's people like me that want to do all that regardless, but at the end of the day, that's not something all people want to do. And granted, there are some people that don't want to go anywhere in life, and I can respect that too. So that's why my system, which I have yet to elaborate on any of this, but what I want is to have a system where automation and robots and stuff like that can allow for people to just not work if they want to, and things won't slow down. But I'm not gonna do that again. But I also just want people to be able to live their life Yeah, we're getting that. I want people to live their life content if they want to be content. But if they're not content, if they want more, then they should be able to get more, And that's something that communism and socialism don't allow for. But capitalism is also wrong, because it's like, no, I don't want you overstepping these things. I don't want to have AI shoved down my throat. I don't want all those things to happen. And it's people can't accept anything new. So I want to try to present a new idea and do what I can to eventually bring a world that's closer to what I think it should be. Because at the end of the day, I have not seen anything better, because both sides are stuck in their ways, and as much as one claims to be liberal, they're not. They just listen to their own ideas, and unfortunately that's just something that I'm gonna have to deal with eventually. Oh, whoa, what is that? What's that? Sorry, I have ADHD or something like that. Whoa, what is that? What is that? What is that? What's that? What? Oh god, I looked at the black man. Oh my god. Man, I just noticed, why did they code it that way? Why did they make them scared of water? Why'd they do that? We all know the stereotype, right? Why did they do that? Skeleton boy, get over here. But yeah. Either way, I'm going to give a brief overview of what I think my illustrious system should be. Essentially, it's a form of managed capitalism where you cannot exchange money between you, the people. You get to only exchange it in small ways, like gift cards of sorts, or food. And my dad tried to explain to me that crime would still be around, just in a different way. Would you guys honestly rather prefer to have a system where the crime involves people trading a fucking McDonald's gift card in order to do a hit, or would you guys rather just keep living in a world where blood money can be used to buy a super mansion or something like that? Oh, that's really pretty. Block of ecto metal. Oh, I want this. Although, unfortunately, I cannot take that on, I'd imagine. It's yes, of course, I would rather have a system where crime, cannot get you big stuff. Obviously, there should be, heavy limitations on transfer of funds between people. And it's just, I feel like it's obvious, but people don't want to hear that, And I think it would really help a lot. There's over here, yeah. I think it'd help a lot in terms of curbing organized crime, because what would people get paid to do crimes for, congratulations, now you get a free steak at a steakhouse? Cool, bro. You just killed someone, you slimed someone out. Happy steak, I guess. You get a little bit more juice on that steak, get a little bit more butter on that lobster. But yeah, and adding to that, so since people wouldn't be able to trade money between each other, you would only use that money in order to benefit you, yourself, and your household. And any transfer of items would need like formal paperwork unless you are children. And in order to stop any sort of loopholes, like the most amount of trading you'd be able to do is like trading cards, like or toys, since I know that children still do that. And yeah, because at the end of the day, that is something I'm willing to let pass by or stuff like that. But either way, so no transfer of material goods or money in between people. That being said, government-funded small businesses, or not funded, but like managed, would be like one of my top priorities. Meaning, if people have an idea, and if people like, depending on how. Okay, I should rephrase this. But basically, a system where people are allowed to make a business on their own, like as long as they fill the proper paperwork. If they fulfill all the proper paperwork and have the resources, the temporary resources, they have the temporary resources to. Oh God, no. Those attack if they have a child. But if they have the proper resources to fund themselves a little bit, and we see that what they're doing is good, if they're doing good work, then we can have like a little deal go on where we fund their ventures in exchange for like expanding their business, and we can incorporate that into bettering the overall society. The main way, I just walked in a fucking circle. The main way that I could do this is by having a competitiveness that comes from increasing the general value something is making. Like, I don't have the exact math down, but a formula where you account for health, the cost of making it, and when I say cost, I mean like, it might be shocking to hear, but not all things cost money because it takes effort to make them. I know most of you guys know that, but when I say that, oh yeah, I'm going to have a system where there's like no traditional money, yeah, there's still a cost to making things, obviously. You got to compensate workers. But yeah, so depending on the cost it takes to make something, depending on how much that thing or the materials cost to acquire, and how long it takes to make, which is admittedly part of how much it costs to make, my bad, and how healthy or beneficial it is. So like, let's say a YouTube video. YouTubers like me would probably also not be very successful and stuff like that, because, well, not successful, but we wouldn't be gaining money and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, what I'm doing is something small, so it's not really affecting a lot of people. But then again, it's not really useful, but it's also not really something hard to make. That being said, something like, brain rot and all that, it would naturally have a lower, health value, because I know that, you don't really associate content with health and stuff like that, but misinformation and, AI slop, or just slop in general, is, content forms, the classics. That is not really helpful to a child's brain, or a normal person's brain, because it lowers attention span. So, because of that, those things would have a lower health value compared to something with like a higher attention span value. Like, well, I'd say my videos, but realistically, an example of a channel that I would probably have with a higher betterness score is like any like video essay channel or something like that, because those people do good work, and I consider that some high quality content. It's not mass produced or anything like that, so naturally would have a higher. I thought they said that they fix this in the patch notes for that mod specifically. Either way, that aside. So I think you guys get what I'm trying to say, more quality content, things that promote gooder stuff gets a higher quality rating, and depending on how many people find value out of that, that also provides, provides extra benefit. So, let's say you have a popular YouTube channel. That doesn't necessarily mean you're not going to get rewarded because you're not doing anything necessarily popular. You're providing something. You are doing something that people enjoy doing, and that is going to contribute to the amount of what's called compensation you will get. That being said, any sort of invention that you make, like, let's say you are the first person to discover how to make bionics, like robotic arms and stuff like that, sort of like the stuff from Cyberpunk. I know that we already got prosthetics, but not as cool as that. That being said, I plan on being one of the first to make them, so good luck. But either way, let's say you were to make those hypothetically. Wow, I found home and I didn't really stop to think about it. But let's say you make that. Now you have caused a lot of good in the world. As such, a formula will decide how much you get compensated for, depending on how much, good that thing that you have made does. Like, let's say you make the cure to cancer, or you finalize the cure to cancer, that will net you a fuck ton of good stuff. And then even after that, even after cancer is no longer a thing, you should still be rewarded. Because there should be a system in order to ensure that, people that do good things should never have to worry. They should always be in a good place because they did something good for society. And on the contrary, if you don't really do, anything good, if you make, a product, let's say, something inappropriate, you probably know what I'm saying. I'm gonna just avoid saying it because I know my sister watches these videos, and yeah, I swear and stuff like that, but I don't want her to even know of that or this stuff's existence. But if you know, you know. If you make that sort of stuff, then, yeah, no, you should not be earning as much as someone that is doing something that's a little bit less than you, but still, that someone that's making stuff that's getting less views, but it's higher quality. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going for. And yeah, I know that that might piss some people off because, oh, if they're making people happy, then no, shut up. Because we all know that that's taking advantage of people that. Where did my crystals go? Was I growing the crystals over here? I don't exactly. No, those are the crystals. Did they not grow? Do the crystals not grow? Is that something that I should worry about? I don't know. But oh my god, I am going on tangent after tangent. I apologize, sincerely. But yeah, I don't have the math for all this stuff. And I just gotta say, if this idea sounds interesting to you or appealing to you, or even if it doesn't, what I suggest, instead of just arguing against me, why don't we try to come up with an idea that does work, Because at the end of the day, most of our systems that we have are flawed, and instead of trying to make a new system, or I am making a new system, what am I talking about? Instead of trying to tear down a new idea, why don't we try to make it better? Or why don't we try to fix it and contribute and all that, Because I think that would be good, because at the end of the day, I don't fully know what I'm doing. I don't know fully what I'm talking about. These are just ideas that I have while pondering and philosophizing, blah, blah, blah. And it's just wouldn't it be better if we just started helping each other instead of, tearing each other down? Because at the end of the day, that's what a lot of the politics that's going on right now in the world is doing. We're tearing each other down. We're fighting political battles and stuff like that instead of, making a world where people can just be creative and, appreciate things. Because, that's kind of been an underlying theme of the video unintentionally. It's I'm playing a Minecraft modded version, mod pack, and I've just gotten so enraptured by just random little things that I've noticed in the background, like that little bird thing or the ship I saw in the background. It's why can't we live in a world where we can just appreciate cool little things like that instead of bickering with each other about, whoa, this is better or my thing is better. And it's I think the reason why I think my thing is better is because I think that that can actually help, all the good things about capitalism and all the good things about socialism, not communism though. Like, we should all naturally be one people working for the same goal. Like, having a system where it's exclusively that and nothing else, that's just dumb. But like, we need to be cooked seagull. Can I do anything? We need to be united, as I've said before. But yeah, we just really need to do more. We need to. What in the hell? Why? 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 Roasted seagull. Yeah, I can make that. Or am I joking? I can't make that yet. But yeah, I'm going on a lot of tangents, man. But yeah, in conclusion, love thy neighbor, do not hate thy neighbor, and dethrone all the corpos. Yeah, dethrone all the corpos. We hate corpos here. We stand with Johnny Silverhand. And yeah, that all being said, I think I'm going to wrap it up. And if you guys want to share your thoughts or opinions, I'd love to honestly open a discussion because, honestly, with all this tribalism going on, we gotta, see eye to eye on more stuff. Or even if we don't, we gotta find a way that works, Find a way that works. Even if it doesn't end up being my way, we gotta find a way that people are more happy with, Because at the end of the day, we can't fight each other. As I said, we gotta love thy neighbor. But, yep, that's about it from me. Peace out. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your ideas. And, yep, bye-bye.